Well, they're getting tired for see we face. They're getting tired for see we face. How y'all doing, folks? Welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. They're getting tired for see we face. But they can't get we out the race, Edward Brooms. Andrew Griffith, they can't get we out the race. They're getting tired for see we face. Here we are again, folks, Below the Belt on our international podcast. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Folks, we want to hear from you today. We want to hear from you today. So get the voice notes ready. I say we want to hear from you all. Please and thank you. Wherever you're joining us from, we want to hear from you, the people, today. I got some things I'm going to share with you. But for the most part, I want to hear from you. For the most part, folks, we would like to hear from you today. Good to have each and every one of you on the live. Folks, good to have you all on the live. That's how we like them. That's how we like it, folks. Share the live for us. Smash that emoji button for us, good folks. Smash that emoji button for us. And good folks, let me go down the road. Let me go down the road. Good to have each and every one of you here with us. Wherever you're joining us from today, whichever part around the world you're coming in from. Rock and come in. Good folks, rock and come in. Again, good to have each and every one of you here with us, folks. We are delighted that you folks are here with us. We're delighted. Who vex? I want to hear from you all. 627-6963. We want to hear from you, good folks. Orwin Dawn, Stacey Ann Stoll. Stacey Ann says she done share the live already. Oh, we all be like Stacey now. Oh. Be like Stacey. Be like Stacey. Send us those voice notes. We want to hear from you, folks. We want to hear from you. Send us those voice notes, 627-6963. 627-6963. 627-6963. I want to hear from you, good folks. Share the live, smash that emoji button, wherever you're joining us from today. Wherever you're coming in from today, folks, we want to hear from you. Share the live, smash that emoji button, and let's have a go at it, folks. We're going to share a couple of things from you, and then I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Hearing a lot of things coming out of the Mahdia Fire. A lot of things being revealed. A lot of things being revealed. See? Dead bodies all over the place. And I ain't only talking about the fire. I ain't only talking about the fire, folks. I want to hear from you guys. We want to hear from you. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear, good folks. And let us know if you're hearing this contribution. Let us know if you're hearing this contribution. Do let us know if you're hearing it clearly.
Hi, Sharon. Good day. Here I want to tell the nation of Guyana. I want to tell every ethnic group of Guyana that when the wicked rule, the people will perish.
All right. Thanks for that contribution. Guys, let me know if you heard that loud and clear. All right, the folks said loud and clear. Yeah, that's our first contribution today, folks. We're talking about the Mahdia Fire. What's the real truth? Got a nephew, well, he's big now. He used to say, Uncle, this is the real truth. Truth is truth. He ain't got real and fake truth. He used to say, Uncle, this is the real truth. Andrew Griffith, this is the real truth. Folks, we want to hear from you today. I'm going to share a couple of things with you. Things happening where we are. Things trending. Stacey and Stu, Glycis, Burn. Want to hear from you. Elderly Gilbert, Osman Edwards. Real truth. What's the real truth today? Mahdia Fire. That's what we want. What's the real truth? Again, folks, we're telling you that the World Health Organization, WHO, Tedros Ghebreyesus, he's warning us. He said the world must prepare for diseases deadlier than COVID. That must be the PPP. That must be the PPP. He said disease deadlier than the COVID. Gotta be the PPP. Got to be the PPP. Deadlier, he said. Deadlier than COVID. I'm telling you what the Secretary General of the World Health Organization said. Tedros Ghebreyesus. Folks, be careful out there. I beg of you. Do not let your guard down health-wise. Don't do it. Do not let your guards down. Please and thank you. Venezuelan President Lula Inacio de Silva, he is reporting to have begged the G7 leaders, they're meeting in Japan. The G7, they're meeting in Japan. He begged them, help Haiti now. Help Haiti now. He's reported to have begged the G7 leaders. Elderly, Glycis, Audrey, he begged them. Help Haiti. Help Haiti now. We want to get help now. Yep. That's next door. These are things we don't get involved in, apparently. Here is a CARICOM country. And it comes and says they're only interested in helping Ukraine. And thanks to the thing, by the way. And thanks to the thing. Some folks heard our mic broke down this morning. If you're in Shangri, I think we've done a lot of shows, Thank God we had a backup. We always try to think ahead. So we had an extra mic. And folks like Annette helping us to get a new one. Angela Jordan, is you? Angela, are you here or are you there? Angela, she's the girl that's fly out. Quick, Angela. Fly out for your peace of mind. Florida and them fancy places. Fly out for your peace of mind. I ain't envy you. I ain't take a couple of days just now, folks. I got to take a couple of days just now. Someplace. Lake Mainstay, someplace overseas. Someplace overseas. Or over trenches. Someplace. Grace Noel. Vanilla Garnet. I take a couple of days, folks. You got to do it for you, Mental health. Guard it jealously. All right? Angela says, I'm here. Happy to know, Angela. Happy to know. So Lula asking for intervention with Haiti. Haiti spiraling, folks. We said to you this morning, the U.S. asking their residents, their citizens, to get out while they can. Asking them to get out. So it's serious. And when Lula took his concerns to the G8, what's happening, folks, in Haiti is very serious. At home, folks, they're telling us the chief prison officer died in an accident this morning, crashing into a sand heap at Melanie. These people putting this stuff all over the place, I almost hit one the other evening around by Ocean View. They had a whole host of sand on the road, a dark turn. A whole host of sand. Scale me out, they're trying to kill me out. A whole host of sand on the road. Who does that? Who does that? Like I fed up. They said he was proceeding along Melanie Public Road, lost control of this vehicle while negotiating a left bend in the road. Last night, this happened. This is the other pandemic, claiming the life of Chief Prison Officer Patrick Perry. And they're telling us that Perry was based at the prison headquarters. It's just a Perry God, Who put his son there? This is the wild, wild west. The good book tells us in the absence of leadership, every man did what is right in his own eyes. Every man did what was right in his own eyes. Is the wild, wild west. Madness. Folks are telling you the thing almost happened to me just the other evening. I was going wrong there. The turn. All the billions and the billions and the billions. The turn was so dark. And they're doing the island along that stretch of road. Because they can't upkeep the greenery. So the concrete in the whole damn city now. So it used to be the garden city, is now the concrete city. They can't upkeep the greenery. They don't want to give the finances to the people who are empowered, voted in to do that. So they give the friends, family, and favorites all kind of contracts. Concrete the whole damn place. Concrete the whole damn place. I almost hit a sand heap just the same way. And I showed you in this program the following weekend, a young man turned turtle right in the same spot. By Ocean View. It's a dark turn. Now somebody in Melanie put a whole sand heap on the road and left it there. They said, Perry, Patrick Perry, Chief Prison Officer of the Ghana prisons, lost his life on that road. Lost his life on that road, Annette. Lost his life on that road. And now we come to Mahdia. What's the real truth? That's why I want to know. What's the real truth? They said they got me side, you side, and the side we didn't hear about yet. Story got three sides. Well, this one here, what is the shape with the most sides? You all help me. I know you are bright. Bantu, Ruina, Fidel. What is the shape with the most sides? This story is like that. But we want the real truth. I tell y'all, and I say it again, I ain't believing this thing but schoolgirl with heart problems, heartache. I ain't believe that. I ain't believe it, Pollyanna Schultz. I ain't believe it, Annette Cummins, elderly. I ain't believe it. And thanks for the thing. I ain't believe it. If there were different kettle of fish, maybe, perhaps. But folks, as I sit here today, I ain't believe it. I don't believe it. We see a number of schools standing in solidarity with the folks there at Mahdia. 6th school fires was Mahdia Secondary School girls' dormitory. It was the 6th in the last 2.5, going on 3 years now. It was the 6th. That's what I'm telling you. It was the 6th. People don't have a right to be upset. CC Forbes says, we ain't believe this Nancy story. I did your CC. We believe it. Chase Academy, August 2020. North Rheinveld Multilateral, June 2021. Northwest Secondary School, Mabaruma, September 2021. St. George's High School, July 2022. Christchurch Secondary School was just in January. Just in January. And you know they were hinting at arson there. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that investigation? They told us they had a suspect. Bantu, Jenny's Booker, didn't they say for Christchurch Secondary School fire they had a suspect? What has happened to that? What's happened to that? Yesterday we saw St. Joseph leading the way as they do. Board of condolences to the 18 girls and that young man. And Mahdia lost their lives. Preventable tragedy. Today we saw some students, Cottonfield Secondary School, standing in solidarity with the fellow students there at Mahdia Secondary. We need an inquest. We need a commission of inquiry. That's what the folks say. We need a commission of inquiry. So the Cottonfield Secondary School students paying tribute to the victims of Mahdia Secondary. We also saw the children of Santa Rosa Secondary in the Northwest as well, equally standing with their colleagues at this time. The Santa Rosa Secondary School. Folks, I don't know if I saw it go by, but help me with the sides. Because this story here, what's the real truth? This story got plenty sides. It got plenty sides. Real plenty sides. Let me hear what some of you are telling us. Here's the real truth. Take down the audio so I can hear you folks clear. How we want to know what's the real truth? Donald Joseph, I want to know what's the real truth. Bantu. Zani Ross, what's the real truth? What is the real truth? What's the final conclusion to the whole matter? Has a good book access. What is the final conclusion to the whole matter? Can someone help us there? This is what I want to know. What is the final conclusion to the whole matter? What is it?
Shall Duncan, good day. I want you to ask Rook some bend. Our man could run with a shackle on his foot. Let me put a shackle on his foot. and see if he could run with it and if he would jump overboard. And ask them what a high-profile prisoner doing for a small jail. Let it tell people things that make sense, not nonsense.
Oh, my brother. That's the thing, self. You heard that? Because we ain't talk about small yet. We ain't talk about small yet. In the 22 minutes we've been on. Talk things that make sense. Don't come around with funny. Talk things that make sense. Did you guys hear that loud and clear? Pollyanna Schultz's question of the day. Question of the day. Talk things that make sense. We beg. We beg.
Good afternoon, Sharon. You know, when Mr. Granger was the president, you ever see fire like this? But because of PPP, wicked, stink, and dirty, that's why we're getting a lot of fire and destruction in this country. You know, it grieves my heart to know so many kids lose their life. We are mothers, and I feel it a lot. Yesterday, I was in sheer tears when I see this news. But God have mercy upon our country.
All right. Guys, I wanna send some of you if you're hearing that. Let me know if you're hearing that. God have mercy on our country, our sister says. I want to know if you heard that. I want to know if you heard that. She said, God have mercy on our country. Sandra Ford says yes. Pollyanna says, Almighty God, take the wheel. It's a bit low. All right. That's what I wanted to know. I see Pollyanna Short says loud and clear. So y'all let me know. It's a bit low, loud and clear. You see, yeah? Somebody going home today, no? Somebody going home today. I just want to make sure we have it correct. The folks says loud and clear. I want to know if you're hearing the contributions loud and clear. The folks says low. We can try to rectify that. Right? The folks said low. I want you all here. You have to turn up your volume. No, you shouldn't have to turn up your volume. You shouldn't have to turn up your volume. So let me try to see if we can fix that. But she said loud and clear. We're going to try to adjust that, folks. Okie dokes. We're going to try to adjust that. Because we want to make sure that you guys are getting good sound. I want you to hear what the folks sing. I ain't want to talk today. I want to hear from you, the people. We want to hear from you, the people. You see? That's what we want. To hear from you, the real truth. Right? Alison Richards says loud and clear. I know the mic is going to be loud and clear, but I want you to hear the callers loud and clear. The folks who took the time to send in the contribution so that we can benefit from their wisdom. So let's see what's happening here, good folks. I want to make sure that we're hearing loud and clear. Send the voice notes. We're going to have them played. Send it for us. If we got to have a workaround, we're going to have a workaround. If we got to get a work over or under, well, it's done. But I just want to make sure. that we all hearing clearly. So Rock can come in with the voice notes, folks. Rock can come in with the voice notes. We're going to ensure that we can hear loud and clear. Don't come wrong with funny. Don't come wrong with funny. So we're trying to adjust at our end. What's going down and how you are going to hear it. It's madness. A back of madness. They're talking. You see? A set of madness. A pack. A pack and a set. Pack of madness. So we're trying to ensure that you guys hear the audio because I want you all here clear. Clear. I ain't want a little thing. Right? I want you all hear the voice notes clear. So I think you're all hearing me just good enough. I ain't want to give you all too much. Don't want to give you all too much. So let me ensure that you're hearing us. There's madness happening left, right, and center. Left, right, and center in the 592. Madness. Madness. So give us a sec. We're still making sure that we got the connection right at our end. And then we're going to rock and come in. Then we're going to rock and come in. Who vex, vex? Who vex, vex? All right, so we're still trying. We're still trying. We want to make sure before we play anymore, we got the sound connected correctly. Want to make sure we got good sound, folks. But thanks for joining us, wherever you're joining us from. Wherever you're joining me from, we're happy you're all here. We are delighted that you folks have joined us. We kind of scaled down today, and we're not in our usual studio to do the podcast. And so we're going to try to get a workaround. We know you can hear us, but we want you guys to hear us clearly. I want you guys to hear us clearly. So if you give us another second or two, we should have it sorted out. Yep. Let me see what we can do here. But as we were saying, folks, this story here, you see, this Kakameme story, we're not buying it. And folks, who vex, vex. Good. Who vex, vex. Who vex, vex. Who vex, vex. All right, let's take another one. Let's take another contribution and let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. All right, we're going to hit another one. Let's see how it goes. We're going to hit another one.
Duncan, good afternoon to all Guyanese that listening today. What I don't understand, it is sad, really sad in our country. Every day you wake up and every night, every day when you just jump online, there is something every single day. I would like to know if they didn't have an emergency exit. Those kids is one person looking after them. They have more answers. We need to know everything. They are innocent children. Oh my God, it is so sad. From the time they step into office, there have been more bloodshed, murder, accident, the sand truck killing out people. Oh my God, it is so sad. Like you just need to run as fast as you can and run away from this country.
Yep. Every day, death on our roadways, death on our waterways. Every day, violence against women and girls. You name it. Every day.
Good afternoon, Sharon. When Mr. Granger was the president, you ever see fire like this? But because the PPP wicked, stink, and dirty, that's why we're getting a lot of fire and destruction in this country. It grieves my heart to know so many kids lose their life. We are mothers, and I feel it a lot. Yesterday, I was in sheer tears when I see this news. But God have mercy upon our country.
We hear you.
Of how.
We
Good
hear you.
afternoon to you, Mr. Sherrod Duncan and listeners. What really is going on in Guyana since the PPPC fraudulent government has took this country over? What is really going on? I really cannot understand how these fires are starting, but there is no indication of how it's been started. There is no report to the public how these fires has been started. Everything just went cold. And it's going to happen again with this one here. It's going to happen again with this one here. What I am scared about is that those that survive the fire, somebody is going to stand up and talk out the truth. And what I am thinking is that the same thing that happened to that young man from Agricola that was set up with his friends them, and they were gunned down. That young man was recovering in the hospital, and then the next day you hear he was a dead man in the hospital. And I'm fearing for these people's life, the survivors, that who is going to be speaking the truth about that fire. I'm scared about their life. I do not think their life are safe in the hands of the PPP government right now. Because if they give any indication that they know exactly how that fire started, their life is in jeopardy. That's my take for this morning, this afternoon.
Yep. We want to know what's the real truth. You're asking too much. What is the real truth on this matter? It sounds too fantastic. And as you can guess, people don't believe in it. Vaughn Griffith, Sherma Roberts, Ali Ahmad, people ain't believe in it. People don't believe it.
Yeah, Sharon. Why there aren't any fire hydrants now these days at these government buildings and these storms and these places? At least that would have helped, fire hydrants, no extinguisher, nothing. Why there not any? The place was locked up like that. I mean, we're all human beings. Sharon, I want to know why the fire service is not equipped with sledgehammers, axes, and bolt cutters and these things. I want to know why they're not equipped to break open the building and get out these kids, or chop open the door or something. Why you're not equipped with these things? I mean, fire service is supposed to get all these things. Why they're not having any?
Yep. I was also made to understand that the children could have been brought out earlier. But people wanted to send special planes, and I heard the children could have been brought out. Those who are still alive could have been brought out much earlier for medical attention. You understand me? But approval had to be given for certain planes and all manner of things. All manner of things that ain't got nothing to do with a national emergency like the one this country had to face in the last 48 hours. And everything says them boys and prepare for prime time. As Broom said, Ali at Ogle running around the place. What is he doing there? Running around like a headless chicken.
Good afternoon, Sharon. I am listening to your program, and yesterday when I heard that the police commissioner or the acting or whoever he is, Mr. Higgins, said that the fire was set by a student, I started to wonder how he knew that. Who told him that? Did the girl told them that before she died, or if she told them that, or who told them that the fire was set by some student? Where did they get this information from? Who passed it on to them? They are so lazy. They are so corrupt. They don't want to do no investigation because they know somebody else set the fire. From the time I heard it, I keep saying this was set. But then they come up with a conclusion that is a schoolgirl because, all right, but how did they know? When did they know this information? And if the schoolgirl set the fire, who locked the doors that the children could come out? Where are the elders in the school? So funny. They think Guyanese are stupid, but we keep praying that God is going to skin them up and all the corruption will be exposed. It's me again, Sharon. If they had this knowledge before about this girl who did this, if they had this knowledge before, why didn't they try to prevent it? If they had it before, as they claim right away, that is a schoolgirl. And again, my question is, when did they know this? Who revealed this to them? When did they get the knowledge that the schoolgirl was it before the fire or after? That's the big question. And who told them? And if they got it before, why wasn't it? I'm lost for words, Sharon. I'm really lost for words. But you know what? God is skinning them up. The corruption is being revealed. God is skinning our country up. We better get on our knees. We better cry before the Lord.
Good afternoon. We can't get a day without no disaster in this country. From one thing to the next, from one thing to the next, every day. Maybe sleep back good yet from since yesterday morning. This thing is so sad. Trust me. This thing is so sad. We had sermons. They even quite died on yet. We get XKP. They even gone over yet. Now we get death. This wasn't all. Trust me. This wasn't all.
Yep. It's as Kemrat said yesterday, these people cursed. These people cursed. Not a day can go by. You can start day feeling nice and end feeling nice. It's always something with them. Always something with them.
I want Korea come out and say to the nation how much their mother was on this side, how much their mother was with these children at that time. How much their mothers was looking after these children at that time, for that even one of them child live in the fire.
I want Priya and Ben come out and say something will make sense, not nonsense. It's not babies they're talking to. It's big people. It's people that will have children, will have feelings to children. There's no damn mother at that site. There's no security. There's no proper system at that site for these children. Come on, we all got children. And what I like for myself, I want it for other kids. I don't even want to hear my grandbaby cry. I just run a picture up and I hear she crying. She mother got she crying. I just run a little picture because I don't want she cry. And to know that you send your children, tell yourself that they're in good hands. But if the people in Guyana don't get up, because simple right in Georgetown here, if you check majority of the schools, they don't have proper systems at the schools. If you go to the schools in Georgetown, you will see it most in the hinterlands. What to tell yourself, the Amerindian people don't know things, don't know about things. They just give them a hands out and just shut them up. Come on, Priya. Come on, Ben. Irfan. Y'all should just pack up y'all things and go. We don't need y'all. Y'all don't have no explanation to give people. What happened to the fire with the two children brought up in the fire with the takeaway from the child, from the mother? This story only happened like 2 years or 3 years back from social protection. It's not fools they're talking to. If them call themselves fools, it's not fools they're talking to. You're locking up a dam with children. You're locking up a school with children and you're locking up the person who a high criminal run. You're locking up them. Come on, Ben, there's no excuse. You should go.
There you have it from our sister. There you have it. Dawn.
Hi, good afternoon, Sheriff. I am fed up with this one Guyana farce. You know why I say that? Because if you have an incident or this level of catastrophe will happen at Mahdia, and you would circumvent the authority, the local authority on the ground, but just to seek political advantage by just going around and taking photographs and pretending to be the sympathetic with the persons. I feel that they should have informed the persons and the local authority on the ground that they are going in, and then they work together, in harmony in this national tragedy that we have. But instead, we see this is another example which exposes that this one Guyana is truly a farce. That is my contribution. Another thing, Sherrod, y'all file a motion for commission of inquiry into this matter, and let me see if the speaker is going to allow the motion and say that it is not important. Let's see, let the world see if the speaker is truly a speaker to listen to voices from the other end of Parliament.
Good day, Sherrod. I hope I may have missed it, but yesterday I heard Irfan Ali declaring 3 days of mourning. I've never heard anything about the flags being flown at half-staff in honor of the deaths of these children. Could you say if that was done? Hi, good afternoon, Sharad. What do you expect in Guyana? If you take a clown and make him the president of Guyana, he will make the entire country a circus. Guyana is a circus right now with a clown running the show. I'm sorry for double lipping here again, Sharad. Could you say if the president has ordered the flags to be flown at half-staff? I only hear about 3 days of mourning, but did he say anything about the flags being flown at half-staff?
Thanks, William. Yes, to that question. The flags are being flown at half-staff. Thank you for that question. Thanks for coming through. We're going to get to a couple more. You all hear story? I'm happy you all speaking up. Happy you all speaking up.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan. I think this government would rather sink a young child than take responsibility for the careless, selfish attitude.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say my condolences to the family. You know that lost their kids in that fire. You know, it's a sad and dread situation. You know, as a parent, I wouldn't like to receive a message like that. You know, but we talking about Guyana. You know, first I would like to know what they're going to do. What they're going to tell these parents about the kids and how they're going to solve this situation. Like Sharad, you rightfully said, in 3 years, 6 schools has been burned. What a shame on the PPP government. You know, every time they're in power, they're about fire and blood. You see accidents on the streets, people losing their life on the streets, and fire every time the PPP in government. Always got accidents, crashing, people dying on the streets in car accidents. Take a look at it. And always have fire. And when these things happen, the vice president who always take the wheel in any situation and all the rest of situations that arise in Guyana, he remains very silent. You know, like he is the man that dealing with this devil business. You know what I'm saying? Because every time a situation like this arises in Guyana, the vice president remains silent all the time. The only time you get the vice president taking the wheel, right, is when you're talking about money, the oil deal, and all these things. That's the only time the vice president comes out. Other than that, he's in dum-dum. Man, this thing is sad, man. To the family again, my deepest condolences to you guys, man. You know, this should be an eye-opener to the indigenous people in Guyana. This should be an eye-opener. Shumon and all of them were playing that they're representing. What is he saying now? What is Shumon saying now? Have a blessed day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Good afternoon, Sharon and listeners. You know I will put my mouth in this particular story because I am very, very, very upset.
Yeah.
I will want to start with that narrative that is being peddled at the moment, that one of the students started the fire. So let's have a go at this. You know that you have a troublesome student, right? And according to the news, she threatened you guys, right? So why would you still have her in the same space as the regular students who will be affected by that? Why was she there if she's troublesome? That's number one. Number two, where were the mom and dad? And I want the cover-up story. I want the real story.
Real truth.
Thirdly, who would want to lock up students in a place that has no alternative exit? Who does that, right? Because according again to the news, there wasn't one, and the back of the wall or something has to be broken to get access to the students. Then I want to ask, who approved the plan for that building? Because for me, there was no contingency plan in place. No smoke screen, no fire extinguisher, nothing at all. So who living in there? Who lives in there? And where does that approval come from? How much money was paid for that building? And the persons who are responsible did not see a problem with not providing one alternative measures for escape if anything could happen, right? I don't understand it. It's unfathomable for me. Then I'm going to take a swing now at the education minister, whoever responsible for indigenous affairs and all of that.
Sukai.
I haven't heard anything coming from them. That's where I will go. Right? For me, the shame and the covering up the nonsense that they are doing to the indigenous peoples of my beloved country is gross disrespect, Sherrod. Real
Correct.
thing. I am so angry and trying not to say the wrong thing on social media and on your program. Disrespect for our indigenous peoples. You mean they can't have better facilities, housing facilities, that you can just dash them in there just like that? In a grilled room with nothing to save them if something was to happen to that? God knows how I upset about this whole thing. And even if you're saying that this student is troubled, whoever counsel her, because I don't know anything, I never hear about this story before, so whoever counsel her, what are the measures in place for students who seem troubled by this government? What are the measures? Sharon, it's so many questions, and I could bet you that the Speaker of the House will not entertain any questions. He will twist this whole thing and take it in another direction because they cannot answer the hard questions. So there I want to see where the opposition will go with this incident. That's what I want to see. And Sharon, on a personal note, I would like to know if I'm reading something about you being off for a couple of days. I would have liked to see you in Mahdia asking the hard questions, because these PR reporters that you got about the place ain't ready yet. The frightened jaggy on them, so they ain't gonna ask the hard questions. I would have liked to see you in Mahdia bringing us the real story. That's why we end by, because as I said, I'm very, very angry, and I don't want to say the wrong thing on Facebook.
Marlin, you did not disappoint as usual. You did not disappoint. Folks, if you all send us the funding, we in Mahdia. You send us the funding, we in Mahdia. Credible sources. You send us a little funding, we in Mahdia, folks. That's how we want to run things. Marilyn, you didn't disappoint. Thank you. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you.
Share this incident at Mahdia is very heart-rending. I shed tears. I lost my father the other day, and I don't think I shed so much tears like how I shed for those children. There is more in the mortar than the pestle. This thing is serious. Where was the house mother? It seems as though she was out and locked the children in because the padlock was locked from outside. Now, how can you have a place grilled up like that with no exit and one place and all over lock up for these children not to enter? Even if one of the girls there are disgruntled for whatever reason, she was disciplined and her phone taken away, it is alleged, because these days these people, the PvP finding a lot of excuses to cover down a lot of things. Even so, and she decided to light. She didn't thinking about herself. If this is true and it is gospel true, because I heard according to them, it is alleged again that I don't know if she's injured or what, but the person that they claiming did it, um, Dr. Vijay Prasad, the minister, said that they're getting a team of mental health people to go in to give counseling and this and that and whatever, and she's supposed to be counseled also. If this is true and she confessed that, as they said, well then, she got to be charged. Something got to happen. The house mother too, if she was on the road and locked them from the outside, she should be picked up too. And she has to be charged. There must be consequences. Losing lives like that and it just going down the drain. And then another thing, the PvP is going to take this now, this situation as a campaign for them with the local government, because money going to be splashing and spreading all over. They will spread to the families and spread to themselves too. It's a campaign. This thing got a lot of teeth in it, Cheryl. This thing got a lot of teeth. It's sad. And you have to open your eyes with a lot of other things around you. Lots of questions asking and lots of answers have to be given. We need answers. We need answers. When last they go up there? School children don't do fire drills anymore and all these kinds of things. This is shameful. It is terrible. And I'm telling you, if we don't be careful, the worst is yet to come. Trust me. With these people, we got to do something. Some miracle got to perform to get them out. They are killing out people. Look, last night a prisoner officer get knocked down and killed on the East Coast. A few minutes ago, I see on Facebook there some guy working on bodies on Sheriff Street fall from the top of the building, dying. Is sheer bloodshed, accidents, fires. Wow, where is Guyana going? Where are we going? Sharon, yeah, I got to dig deep. This thing is deep. It is deep.
Gotta dig deep. Accurate, my sister. Accurate. More questions than answers.
Good afternoon, Sherrod. Good afternoon to all the listeners. Sherrod, I just want to know if the school doesn't equip with fire extinguishers and sprinklers and running water so that you could extinguish a fire when the schools or certain buildings, certain public buildings catch on blaze. And these measures supposed to be in place so that when something like this occur, you could be able to extinguish the fire, because the country is getting so much money is being spent, and you got to secure the people. The people come first, and what's a country with a high economy and the people are suffering and the people are dying out? It doesn't make sense. So we just need to put things in place that so that the citizens, the children of this country, it could be safe. And it's really heartbroken to see so much children have to perish. And I know if they had them things in place, they could have tried to out the fire or do something even though the door was locked. And the government need to hold themselves responsible for those sort of things, because they're supposed to put mechanism in place for all school, all dormitory, because the people of this country, their children is in their hands when they're in those places. Those are the government building, and they need to prepare and put things in place for those children. That's all I have to say.
All right.
Sharon, good morning. That fire scene where I saw yesterday, all the ministers is in that compound. That is wrong. That is tampering with evidence. That compound supposed to shield off until the fire prevention officers from Georgetown come up to Mahdia, because I don't think they have fire prevention officers in that area. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Well, Isabella, they're more bright than all of we, girl. So what are we going to tell them? They're more bright than all of we put together. What are we going to tell them? Walking all over the evidence and so on. DNA and so on. What are we going to tell them?
Good afternoon, Sherrod. Good afternoon, viewers.
Good afternoon, sir.
And listeners.
Bantu.
I first want to send out heartfelt condolences to all the families affected by this tragedy and all the other tragedies in the country. Condolences also to MP Finance for the loss of her sibling.
Her sister,
It's just another day in Wild West Guyana.
Correct.
And I don't know what it's going to take for the people of the country to understand what good governance is all about and realize that what the PPP is providing is not even qualified to run a lemonade stand. You know, this bleeding got to stop. Guyana is totally out of control, and it cannot continue. It has to stop. Wake up, Guyana. We can't be posting on social media. This thing with the PPP keep doing, posting on social media, and the followers claiming Guyana is little Dubai. And when you look at the substandard work systems, everything that is being done, it's garbage. I mean, in this day and age, we building wooden bridges on the roadways, you know. We got a whole town with one fire truck, and one person is the fire chief, fire tender. He doing everything himself, and he don't even have a hydrant to work with. He don't even have a proper road to operate on in the event of a fire. I mean, what kind of sickness is this we doing?
Yep.
You know? True. And billions of dollars is being pulled from the NRF, claiming to be doing major projects. What are the major projects being done? Private hospitals? Giving money to private enterprises and friends, family, and whoever decided they're gonna kiss your feet, you know, centralizing government. Local government is what runs the country, because these folks are right in the community, and they're the ones who sit down and plan, design, and build the communities. And this will extend into the regions and the country at large. It's not for central government to dictate everything on that level. Wake up, Guyana. This madness has to stop.
Talk the things.
And it first starts with getting rid of the government. There's no confidence in this government to develop the country in any way, shape, or form. These people are just stealing the money and enriching themselves. That's it. They don't care about the Guyanese people. It's all about themselves. That's it. And you got to fight back. Because some of you put them in power. And this is what they're doing with it. That's all. Have a good day, everyone. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Or, sorry, MP Duncan. One more thing I want to ask.
Double dip.
Which one of the survivors, if it's one of the survivors, made this claim of a distraught individual set in the blaze? I think the media should have full access to all the survivors to ask questions on the night of this tragedy and get an inside, view of what transpired to the place burning and folks trying to get out. What caused so many people to have to suffer. The survivors have a powerful story to tell us all. And that's where we need to start. The second thing is, we need to find out, get to the bottom of this. Who authorized the grilling of the windows and doors at the facility? And which fire department give the okay or whatever, if there's a part of the building codes, that this is a safe process for a place that's housing so many people in one location. These are things that we need, the kind of questions that we need to be asking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan.
Good afternoon.
A very blessed afternoon, team.
Same
Mr.
to you.
Duncan, I talk to you, my own skin growing and tears running down my eyes. Mr. Duncan, that was a sad entire sad for the whole country. The says how some girl set the fire. The fire get out, we'll get away from us, ruining it and they quiet down. Then you had Sore Mars. Then this fire. But people stupid, but people is stupid. And I am by the because no girl instead of fire. There can't be no girl set of fire. Then the PNC office embark. Me ain't believe though. Me ain't believe no school child and set no fight to no building. If she set the fire, why she escape? How she get born up? How you gonna build a school and a dam and grill it and no children living inside? Mr. Duncan, this is real sad because it could be me child, you child, or anybody else child. Mr. Duncan, this is real sad. But the truth gonna reveal. God gonna reveal PPP. God is going to reveal PPP. Have a nice day, Mr. Duncan.
Sharon, it's me again. How did the dorm's mother automatically forget where she put the keys? And it's very suspicious to me. Another thing, and why the children locked up like if they were in prison? Look at the grills on that school. Man, look, we have to be something in the matter besides the pistol. Things gotta skin up.
Yep.
Good afternoon, Sharon. Me again. Prayer want all the schools in the hinterland to shut down for a couple of days. And all Caribbean activities going on at school, all the different session going on at school. She need everything to shut down in the school. The chair mustn't got no prayer day, nothing at all. But the government could come out and still have carnival going on. What's the difference shutting the schools them down and shutting down certain activities in the school and you still got carnival going on? Come on, people, come on. Let me live as one. Open your eyes. Do not support these people. Do not support this party. 3 days of praying and fasting, it can't happen. It can't happen.
Yep.
Sharad, Priya, Ben, Irfan, Dharamlal, every one of them need to go. Because they got me children locked up in a dorms, one more worse than a prison. Why is it when constructing these buildings, these dorms, they can't put up high fence with security guards so as to watch over and protect these buildings? You want to take grill and grill up people churning there and then lock up the door from outside? So the dorm's mother gone. She got to be a PPP because she into corruption too, or he, whoever it is. This fire that took place there, they have no excuse for it. And I am sure they will not do a proper investigation and they will come up with their own theory. Imagine we got an incident like this fire and Irfan Ali head off with the cabal to Mahdia and left no room for the opposition to go in there for them to work together and bring a solution to the problem. They alone gone. He with the handful walking around like a headless chicken and don't know what to do. And Mark Phillips like Humpty Dumpty all over the place. Priya has failed in the first 23 years of the PPP as Minister of Education and she failed again. She need to pack her traps and go home. She should have gone home since yesterday. The government should have gone home. Everybody in the installed government should have gone home. These parents cannot bring closure to this incident because they don't know who is the child, which is the child, and what part is the child. It's ashes. And we don't have the kind of technology here to determine who is which child. It's all you got to put together and put them in one box and put them away. Come on. Where is humanity? PPP doesn't have that. So they need to go. Even if you find a tooth for one of the children to prove the DNA, how could you tell which ash belongs to you? This is beyond hurting for those people in Mahdia. And the government need to compensate these people 100 million Guyana dollars per family or per child. And that is not even enough. But at least start from there. We want to hear them talking about compensation. And we want to hear a motion and a bill in the parliament from the Minister of Education on this fire. We need to hear that. Let us talk about it. Let us debate about it so that we can come up with solutions and a way forward.
Good afternoon, Sharad. This nation is not being run by people. It's run by zombies and demons.
True.
Chinese people could really take nonsense. This time we come out in thousands. Block here, block there. Shut down the nation. Tell them, call snapping election in 3 months. Resign, call election. Let's go to the polls. If these people continue for 25, oh my mercy, God help us. No amount of prayer can save us now. They have to come out. Then we pray and clean up this nation. Oh my Father, it is too much. Which woman will lock up a door with girl with children inside? This someone should be sent to jail. Whosoever be involved. Oh my God, I pray for these children that they see heaven. And pray for all those in Mahdia. They will be strong and strong. Good day. Have a nice day.
All right, Ken, let me tidy it all up a little bit because I know them boys listening because I want to make people scapegoat. I know them, right? And we ain't going to broke no way because they're going to use that to say, treason, they want to overthrow the government by violent means. No. We believe overthrowing governments to the ballot. So all y'all is listening and making notes, all y'all crosses. That listener making notes. Let me tidy up what Ken said. We ain't believing in destroying public property by any means. We assure that. Right? But we can destroy y'all on the ballot. Destroy y'all because you're wicked, stink, and dirty. That's how we can destroy y'all. So make sure y'all write down your report. Crosses.
I'm sitting here listening to all of these voice notes that comes in. And I'm thinking to myself, is the PPPC government becomes another Jim Jones to Guyana? I'm thinking and I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Sherrod, good afternoon to you and your viewers.
Good afternoon,
You know
Aaron.
what I want to know? In all of this, what has happened to the house, to the dorm mother? Because we're not hearing anything from her. We're not hearing nothing about her.
Or seeing.
You know, she is the one I heard that said that this child threatened to burn down the place. But then let her come out and say something because this is a tragedy. I don't know. And I think we need more than 3 days of mourning. All the activities, parties that planned for this weekend should have been called off. So I don't know what is going on. We want to hear about the house mother, the dorm mother.
Or when they want to get it out of the way so that they can go on as life as usual. That is why they give 3 days. They should have given 18 days, 19 days, one for every child. A day of mourning for every child. But they give a quick 3 days to get it out of the way, get it behind them, and go on life as usual. This is a detour for them, this detaining them from taking attention off of the issues that they want to really focus on, the things that they consider transformational projects. Building proper school systems for our young people, make the bill. So that we hustle more than them quick in 3 days and get them out of the way. We ain't carrying them into next week. Next week is back to the campaign trail, back to more lies, back to things that don't enhance us as a people. Understand that. Why 3 days? 19 days should have been it, one for every child. Where we running going? Where we running going? No. But they're ready for spend. So this is a delay for them. They ain't getting nothing out of this, And the quicker they put this behind, you have to understand the PR. The faster they put this behind them, the better for them. They don't want to go to no local government election where people vex with them. It's politics all the time. That's what they're thinking. Knock a quick 3 days and you're going to next week with this. By the time the weekend pass, they do something, they take the mind off of this. The same way the tech we are for, the traffic tech we are for Smalley. The very same way. Something happened over the weekend, swing in the next direction, and 18 behind we, 19 children behind we. And they gone back, life as usual in the mansions. And people suffering in this country, they don't care. They do not care. They don't care. Them and key. That's the kind of wickedness we're talking about. Wickedness.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Sherrod Duncan and listeners. What really is going on in Guyana since the PPPC fraudulent government has took this country over? What is really going on? I really cannot understand how these fires are starting, but there is no indication of how it's been started. There is no report to the public how these fires has been started. Everything just went cold. And it's going to happen again with this one here. It's going to happen again with this one here. What I am scared about is that those that survive the fire, somebody is going to stand up and talk out the truth And what I am thinking is that the same thing that happened to that young man from Agricola that was set up with his friends them, and they were gunned down. That young man was recovering in the hospital. And then the next day, you hear he was a dead man.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say my condolences to the family. You know, that lost their kids in that fire. You know, it's a sad and dread situation. You know, as a parent, I would like to receive a message like that. You know, but we talking about Guyana. You know, first I would like to know what they're going to do, what they're going to tell these parents about the kids and how they're going to solve this situation. Like Sharad, you rightfully said, in 3 years, 6 schools has been burned. What a shame on the PPP government. You know, every time they're in power, they're about fire and blood. You see accidents on the streets, people losing their life on the streets, and fire every time the PPP in government. Always got accidents, crashing, people dying on the streets in car accidents. Take a look at it. And always have fire. And when these things happen, the vice president who always take the wheel in any situation and all the rest of the situations that arise in Guyana, he remains very silent. You know, like he is the man that dealing with this devil business. You know what I'm saying?
Is it dirty
because
works?
every time a situation like this arises in Guyana, the vice president remains silent all the time. The only time you get the vice president taking the wheel, right, is when you're talking about money, the oil deal, and all these things. That's the only time the vice president comes out. Other than that, he's saying dumb.
Hi, Sharon, it's me again. Sorry about that. But I was listening to a program on Bench Up earlier, and there was a regional executive on that program, and he was saying that when the David G buses were running, that dorm was never filled. It was never overcrowded. But as soon as the PPP came in, they dumped the David G buses, and as such, most of the students could not have gotten home, so they decided to stay in the dorm.
Wow. Yep, that's another angle. I tell you, story got plenty sides.
Sharon, what this government needs to do, and the next government needs to do, is look after all them schools who just got one exit entrance. That nonsense got to stop. We got to look further down into things when we're doing it. Everybody just got a one-track mind in this place, Sherrod. They can't walk. It cannot work. We're not thinking ahead. We're risking all kind of things. We're risking with children's life. We're risking with own life. Why? They gotta check these things out. One entrance, one exit. No. We gotta think ahead. The time is now. What more we wanna see? I don't want to see worse than this. Believe me, I don't want to see worse than this.
Yep. I hear you. We hear you.
I just want to share my 2 cents here. And sure, we really going to support you and everything you do, right? But I want to say that Guyanese need to wake up. every time that the PPP is in power, something always happening. They need to look at the figures. They need to look at what is happening around the country. Man. If that is the government that Chinese want to support, then let them go right ahead. Let them go right ahead. Let them jump out. Let them go where the jersey. Let them do all that they like. And we need to look at it properly because I really think that the government has a lot to do with what happened over the past couple of days. Man, it's just heart-rending. And I want to say that condolences to the family, but PPP's gotta go. PPP gotta go, Guyana. The PPP gotta go. Come on, Guyana, y'all not seeing it. Who are we gonna hold accountable? Cheryl, you're gonna be there, Mahdia, or we gotta support you. Everything you do, we're gonna support you. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen.
All right. We're wrapping up. We're wrapping up now, folks. We're wrapping up. The last of the voice notes. We're coming down. Coming down.
Kara, good day, young viewers. This thing in Mahdia is really sickening me.
Very.
You understand? And every time we PPP in government, is some hucklery always happening.
Correct.
In a jailbreak, is some murder, is accident, people are always losing their life. Every time the PPP now, these people like blight to this nation.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And especially in Jagdo, it's more like chorus body. You understand? This man so quasi corrupt. This man so blight to this nation. You understand? I don't know what more to call these people. I think they should. And people need to get on to the bottom of this story. It is Mahdia Fire because it more matter. It got more in the matter than the person. You understand? And people should get down more into it.
Yeah, correct is right.
Sharon. This man.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan. Condolence to all the family who lost their loved ones in the fire. As a Guyanese, we have feel sad about the situation. And we hold the government fully accountable for that because that thing is supposed to happen first and foremost. When was the prison fire in 2017 after the PPP was in power for 23 years? Jack, you called for Ramjatan to resign. And Ramjatan was only 2 years in the system, and them is who had done set the system, PPP, for 23 years. And that was criminal elements caused that fire. Now, the table swing, karma come wrong on them. This was innocent children. So the same way how Jack, you called for Ramjatan to resign, when criminal elements set fire. Now we want Robeson Ben to resign because Robeson Ben have the same position. You see, this government not learning anything. When was the breakdown fire? If I run out and he blaming the fire chief because water wasn't sufficient there. Now we go up there blaming people again. No, they ain't learning nothing. I don't think if I learn anything since breakdown fire. Forget about breakdown. Look. Priya Manichan, Robeson Ben, and finally, they may learn nothing from Christchurch fire, they may learn nothing from multi-fire, and next building school build but not so many in the interior side. They may learn nothing. This is supposed to happen because we had too much fire in the past 3 years with school and these things. That is supposed to happen. And we give the government full accountable. The government should be fully accountable for that. All Priya should resign because she learned from Christchurch, she learned from Multi, and she learned from the other fire. Robeson Ben, he should resign too because I don't understand. They men doing not to improve it. Look, every fire scene that Priya go, every fire scene that Ifan go is the same thing they say that, oh, we need to fix this, and they're blaming that person and blaming that person. Every fire scene they going government 3 years plus 26. Plus 23 years. It's the same complaint you're going on every fire scene. It don't make no sense. That means you're incompetent. You can't fix the system. Come out of office, let the government who know what they're doing run the show, man.
Absolutely right. Go home. Emma Simona Broom Vice. Pack up and go home. Go home. Yep. Correct on all counts. Correct on all counts. Folks, we did a marathon hour and a half. We wanted to get through all of the voice notes you guys sent to us. And we managed to do that. Magnell Barrow, we see you there. Andrew Griffith, we're going to see you guys on the next broadcast. Folks, I told you months ago that when things happen, we want to be able to pack a bag, jump on a plane, and head to where the action is happening. And we hope that you guys can help us to do that. You saw we equipment breaking down too. Folks, we've been asking for $1 million. You know, it's all 14,500 of you sending us $1 each, perhaps, can help us to go to where we need to go. Right? But we're not demanding of anybody. We always leave it open to you. If you feel that what we do here has any value to you, we try to bring credible and valid information. The things you're not going to hear in the Chronicle, DPI, and those other places, you're not going to hear it there. And we're totally funded by you guys. Believe it or not, totally funded. That's why we can talk the things. We can talk the things. Folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for your contributions today on our program, the voice note that you sent. It helps us to have a much better program than we would have had ordinarily. And so we say respect and manners to you folks. Respect and manners. We're going to see you on our next broadcast as we close out the day. Folks, we're going to continue to share information with you as soon as we have it. That being said, in between the programs, if we have additional information, we're going to share it with you folks on all our usual channel. That being said, folks, take your time and peel your pint. We're going to see you guys back later on in the evening. Pace and power. Stay safe, folks. Stay woke as well. Stay woke. Pace and power. That's going to do it for us, as I said. Stay safe, guys.